it's Andrew from C1D Paintball, and I should have had coffee before I started this video, but there's always time for coffee. One question I see asked a lot, been asked of me, but I see it in places, Facebook groups, Discord, all this. New players are talking about, what should I get? So they're taking the plunge from rental to full-time, and you know what, here's the thing. I don't like giving advice like I know everything about paintball, because I don't. I'm not a great player. I haven't been playing for too long, but there are some things that are just obvious, and to me this is an obvious one. So I'll say it and I'll underline it, and everybody's got their opinion. There's guys that know a lot more about paintball than me. A lot of people know more about paintball than me, but this one I gotta insist on. Okay, so you know, people asking, I'm going from rental to full-time, what should I get? So obviously they're gonna get their own marker. They're gonna get a nice mask. Get a nice mask. Don't buy a secondhand mask. Just don't. Get a new mask. I mean, unless it's a special circumstance, somebody's used it once and never played again, which happens all the time in paintball. But again, we're not talking about those obvious things. This should be obvious, but it isn't. And after you played and especially used it, you'll think, man, how did I ever get along without it? Okay. And this is actually funny because this is something rental should get too. If you go regularly renting, you should buy these. Gloves. Get gloves. I don't even use full finger gloves. If you've been hit in the hand or the fingertips, I still can actually get hit on the fingertips, but gloves. When you're out there, there's sometimes you forget things. I forget to put knee pads on and that because I'm old and I need knee pads. Gloves. If you've been hit in the hands once, gloves. And if you haven't been in the hands, you haven't played paintball a lot. So gloves. I mean, one other essential thing is like a scarf. This is my t-shirt. It was supposed to be a scarf, chameau, whatever you want to call it, a bandana. That's always good to have like around your neck. And that used to be one of the go-to things. I got tons of those in my bag actually for when I go to the field and people need it. But gloves. Get the gloves, and you know there's the ones, the nice, there's different kinds. If you're for aesthetics, there's the one with the skull, the skeleton bones on it and all that. It's a different kind of glove, by the way. It's a really tight fitting on the hands. But get gloves, just get them. Like I said, I don't like saying I'm an authority about anything. I don't like to say I talk for everybody at C1D, but the one thing I do say, get some goddamn gloves. Rentals, full-time, part-time, speedball, milsim, you name it, get some gloves. Good thing to get. And don't get chintzy, but you can get a decent pair of gloves for like 15, 20 Canadian dollars. So, you know, not much US for those of you in the US. Are US people watching? I don't think anybody watches, but anyway, get some gloves, essential piece of equipment. I keep an old pair of gloves in my bag, and I blend them out all the time, and how many times people come back saying, yeah, you know what, I'm getting a pair. Or they literally go to the pro shop next door after using them for a game or two and they get a pair. The answer is gloves. The answer will always be